You've flown your site, you've uploaded your image assets, and now you've received an email notification that says your site is ready for pile tagging. Let's jump over to this Aerials tab and we'll talk about what that means. So let's say that the email notification was for this Rock Hill site. I can see over here on the right in the Actions tab this Tag Piles tool. What that means is we're going to show you an aerial view of your site, and you're going to tag piles on that site that you would like measurements for. So I'm going to click on this Tag Piles tool and we'll take a look at what that process is. You can see here that I already have piles that have been tagged on this site. We're going to come back and talk about what that means in just a minute. For now, let's look at these piles down here in the corner and make some new tags. I'm going to click up here at the top on my Draw Shape tool, and I'm going to start clicking around this pile, and I'm going to do it pretty fast. You don't have to be super accurate with this. Our toe detection method will look for the pile inside of your marking and perform the measurement. Once you've tagged that pile, click on the product list and select the product from your site for that pile. I'll continue marking any other piles that I might have. Again, you can see that I'm not being very precise with this. I even have an overlap here between these two pile tags. That's totally fine. Again, our system will look for the individual piles inside of your tags. Now, let's talk about why these pile tags are over here already. If you have a site that you've already flown and you've tagged piles on for measurements in the past, we're going to bring those past pile tags into view for you in an effort to save you time. So if you're a site that has 75 piles or something like that, this is going to save you loads of time. Instead of creating entirely new tags for every single pile, you can review and say, yeah, these still look good. Or I can grab my hand tool and expand any boundaries if those piles have changed. What I can also do is say, this pile is still here, but it's a new material or a different material. I can select the product and simply choose whatever the new product is and hit OK. Now, let's say you're in the middle of your pile tagging and you get called to a meeting or interrupted for whatever reason. You can hit the Save button and your pile markings will be saved. Now, if we go back to our Aerials view, let's say my meeting's over, I can see this Tag Pile icon is still here. I'll click on that, and those new piles that I tagged earlier are still in here, in addition to the expanded boundary that I made here earlier. Once you're all done with your pile tagging, you can hit Submit for Reports. You'll receive this warning here, just making sure that you've tagged everything and that you've verified all the materials for each of those tags. It's important that you assign products to as many piles as possible, especially if you want to get those volume to tonnage conversion factors in place. Once you're sure you're done, hit OK. Now that you've tagged piles, that's going to be sent over to our servers where the measurements will be processed. When the processing is done, you'll receive an email notification that the reports are ready for your review. Simply navigate to the site that you'd like to view reports for and hit View. That's pile tagging. Now, let's say you come into work the next day and you realize, shoot, I've missed one of the piles on my site. Not a problem. You can see this pencil tool here. That's our Remark Piles tool. I'm going to click on that. All of these orange boundaries here are piles that have already been tagged and processed. But again, let's say I missed one. I'll navigate to wherever that pile is, draw my new boundary for the particular pile, assign its product, hit OK, and hit Submit for Reports. And that's all there is to remarking piles.